Hey guys, one of the really cool things with Ashfall, newest game by NetEase, is that when creating a character, you actually have a number of different archetypes that you can go with. So I'm gonna quickly just kind of run through them and give you guys some info, just so that when you're customizing your character, or when you plan on customizing your different characters, you can get an idea of what to do. First off, we have the Wanderer, which is always on the move but never getting anywhere. HP, you get 6% more with a negative status resistance of plus 10. So that's good for basically tanking, being able to just kind of go out, allowing you to travel more with the freedom, with all the on-map NPCs or AI. You'll be able to kind of navigate the world a little bit better. We have a Safeguard. Safeguard keeps a place safe and always packs heat. Increase armor by 6%, reduces all damage taken by 1%. This is great for my fellow tanks. This is something that I'm actually going to consider for my own build, as I do enjoy being tanks for my looter shooters. Next we have Scavenger. Every day is an adventure. When you're a Scavenger, increase backpack slots by 5 and the chance of acquiring an extra piece of purple or higher gear quality equipment by 5%. This is for my grinders, really the ones that kind of day in day out will camp mobs, will camp bosses, and really are trying to best in slot their builds. So it's kind of a good one to kind of have, or have someone around. Next we have Mercenary. You tend to travel lightly to evade the cops. Backpack slots -3, but your weapon damage is improved by 8%. I mean, it speaks for itself. Someone that's kind of running gunner W key, hold down, let me pop off with some sick damage. Next we have Blue Collar. Uh, Description: life is a grind, and grinding's what we do. Reduces equipment modification cost by 5% and increases all stats by 2 when using a weapon with mod level 4 or above. This is good for also for one of the grinders, just those that want to maximize or mid-max their equipment. This is one that I would suggest. Next we have Hunter. The hunt for the big game never ends. Crit rate 3%, crit damage taken plus 5. So this is an interesting one. You get crit damage taken 5%, but your crit rate increases by 3%. I mean, this is maybe for our snipers, maybe somebody who's just kind of long ranged. Or it could even be someone close range if you're all about that. Image does show the person with a buckshot shotgun. So we'll kind of see. That'll be an interesting one to see how people decide to do their builds with. Next we have Gunslinger. All you need is your gun and your quick reflexes. Increased AGI with your agility by 3% and movement speed by 5% and all weapon accuracy all by 10%. This one might actually be huge. One of the biggest things that I've noticed starting with the tutorial is the recoil. Now, if weapon accuracy can be improved, I mean, it's tough to say whether it's going to influence the recoil on a weapon. We kind of just started, so the more we play, the more we'll get to see what it actually affects. But that does sound like one that could be used quite commonly. Next we have Bodyguard. We already have one that I mentioned that had to do with tanking, but this one's a little bit different. This one's fully loaded and ready to go. Increases strength by 3%, magazine capacity by 5%, and reload speed by 10%. Now this is for heavy players, so those that do intend on maybe going with a light machine gun or a heavy machine gun. It's really interesting how guns are categorized. But with this one, you'll be able to kind of use those heavy duty guns and be able to make them viable on the battlefield. Alright, here we are with this next one. This is really for my stealthy guys. We have the Infiltrator, which is nice and stealthy, like you were never there. Now, I do want to precipice this with the thing that a lot of the developers were actually influenced by Fallout, which is why this next one actually decreases your con by 2%, so meaning your constitution, and then increases your perception by 5%, which is usually your ability to perceive enemies on the playing field. Next we have Arms Dealer. You know your wares better than anyone, increases weapon mastery speed by 15% and weapon stability by 8%. Now, again, this is going back to that recoil. This might actually be what influences the recoil in game, but again, different weapons, once we get to explore more of those, we'll be able to see what the different recoil and ability to shoot would look like. Now we do have a couple more, just a few. Renowned Hero, you've already made a name for yourself, now try something new, all stats plus 2%. This is, I mean, best of everything. Get a little bit of try. I would say this is probably maybe for very new users that kind of want to be able to try a little bit of everything. Then you have your average Joe. You, like the rest of us, have no particular strengths or weaknesses. You are not even particularly attractive. However, you do get a cool nickname, Joe Schmo. With this one, you get no buffs. You don't have any archetype. You do what you want. So, I mean, this is really for my maybe my speedrunners, my grinders, just someone that maybe certain percentage runs. This will be interesting to see how it's navigated and done. Again, all of this kind of does have a Fallout influence, even with the icons here. Kind of remind me of some of the icons in Fallout. But yeah, those are the archetypes. Just wanted to make sure you guys know about those as we went through the character customization.